2-1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games where he can be a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10 is counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And some space here. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Andy Dalton now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. At the 46-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Dalton bootlegs out. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Roethlisberger completes it to Moncrief, left side.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
At the Steelers' 41-yard line.
Hands up, ladies! 55! Who that? Who that?
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
368! Good.
Here's Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they recovered the fumble, but only the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. 16 yards, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
66. Go team, spill.
They'll run here with Connor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken to the 13. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Silver.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. On the left side, it's McDonald. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run forward with Connor. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Connor, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strip that ball. Jack 16.
Again, a run with Connor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run the counter. It's Connor. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
49, check 49, check 49. Easy, easy.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Vigil. And the Bengals will get the football back. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No spacing.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. X3, 218, chopper.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His 1st career sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Berry on to punt as he gets this one away. They begin with a run by Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. Airing one out for Boyd. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And this is incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, it's Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And spins away. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense.